Welcome back to Soulful Saturdays, our watercolor landscape series, where we learn simple watercolor techniques in a calm, beginner friendly way, and then slowly use those skills in our own creative healing journey, art journaling, or even therapeutic art practices. Today's lesson is all about painting soft, translucent, misty mountains using watercolor. And honestly, one of the biggest reasons many people stop creating art is not because they are not talented, because they feel overwhelmed when they see a lot of different people are painting professionally and creating those beautiful dreamy effects. So today we are focusing only on one technique, learning how to create soft misty layers. For this lesson, all you need is your watercolor paints, any brand, tube or pan, 300 GSM watercolor paper, a brush, tissue paper, water jar. You can also search on Pinterest for misty mountains, photographs, or paintings and save for the reference just to observe the mood, color value, and softness of the landscape. Each landscape will use only one color. No complicated palette, no pressure, just one color. This is also called monochromatic paintings. Can be easily done in acrylic or watercolor. It's like using different values of that same color in one painting. And this is one of the most important watercolor lesson. Water creates the lightness, not white paint. I often see people using white paint to create the value lighter. You just need water to make the pigments lighter and lighter. The more water you add, the softer and lighter your color become. So let's begin. The very first step is creating a flat wash. A flat wash simply means lots of water plus just a tiny amount of pigment. Very soft, very translucent. As you can see, I barely touched the pigment in the first layer. It was just the muddy water. The second layer, a dot of pigment, and you can see the difference. And slowly you can gradually add more pigments to make the value get darker and darker. Apply your first layer gently across the paper. If you are following along with me, you can divide your page into 4 sections and experiment with different colors. But if you are an absolute beginner, please don't overwhelm yourself trying to do 4 paintings together. Just choose one color, one box, and one mountain. That is more than enough. Personally, I like working on all 4 sections together. As you have seen, I start with the purple and then pink, still thinking about the other 2 colors. And the reason of starting with all the boxes together, no matter I'm using different colors for each painting, because I have a lot of things in my daily to-do list. So this process feels calmer and efficient for me, and I can complete all the boxes in the same time instead of waiting for one box to complete and then layering and layering. But art is not about speed. Art is about presence. So work according to your own rhythm. Once the first layer is fully dry, open your reference image and observe carefully. Notice, where is the mountain darker? Where does it softly fade? Where does the mist disappear into the background? Now, according to my reference, now I felt that it's quite dark, so I'm going to quickly take more water, pigments, and make them soft, blended effect as a mountain. I like to create the rounded mountain, and once I'm happy with my first one, I'll quickly add one more in the distance. So this is how it's just creating a beautiful illusion of near and far. Now I'll begin adding slightly darker mountains layer to create the magical misty effect. What I'm going to do now, I am going to use a folded tissue paper. So with the help of this, just fold the tissue softly, press it gently onto the wet paint and lift away. It absorbs the extra pigments and leaves behind this beautiful smoky softness, almost like clouds passing through mountains. This tiny technique changed my watercolor journey completely because it helped me stop trying to control watercolor too much. Instead of fighting the water, I started working with it. And honestly, that's almost true in life sometime. The more we force everything to be perfect, the harder things become. And when we soften, when we allow space, beautiful things begin to happen naturally. Once this layer is dry, you can continue adding more mountain layer, making some darker and some softer. This video is not about perfection. It's about learning a skill, and the more you practice these small techniques repeatedly, the more confident you become in your own style. That's why I always encourage people to create small creative rituals for themselves. For example, Saturdays can be your watercolor landscape with me this month, Mondays can be your mixed media journaling, and Wednesdays can be art therapy exercises or expressive prompts. Even if you engage creatively just 3 times a week, you slowly begin building a relationship with your creativity again. And it doesn't have to be for hours. If you only have 10 or 15 minutes, doodle with pen, create simple Zentangling, sketch tiny flowers, paint one little mountain. That still counts. And if you have more time, then go deeper into mixed media, layering, journaling, and exploration. Because creativity is not about becoming good at art. If your task and if your aim is to become a professional artist, then it's something different. But if you're using art as a therapeutic practice to unwind and relax and enjoy the process and use your time effectively, then this ritual will definitely work for you. It's about creating space for yourself. This is something I always encourage my clients, mothers, and students to do. Not only for artistic growth, but for emotional well being too. So, wherever you are right now, slow down, pick one color, let the water flow, and allow yourself to simply enjoy the process. Now, you may have noticed that I've almost completed my purple landscape, and instead of fully finishing one painting first, I added one soft background layer in each of the boxes and then kept coming back to them one by one. And this is really how watercolor slowly builds its beauty, layer by layer, softly, patiently. You don't need to rush and complete everything at once. The more you allow the layers to dry naturally and slowly return back with lighter washes. And while adding these layers, I keep using tissue paper very gently to create that misty, dreamy effect. Just press softly and lift. That tiny action remove excess pigments and create those beautiful foggy mountain transitions. But the biggest mistake most beginners make is this. The moment they start watercolor, they immediately pick up too much pigments. They dip directly into strong pigment and touch the paper without enough water. And that's when watercolors start looking heavy, harsh, and difficult to control, especially for misty mountains you really want to think. Technically, the secret is more water, less color. Build the darkness slowly instead of starting dark immediately. Because watercolor is not acrylic. You cannot force it. You have to slowly guide it. And honestly, I think this is why watercolor can feel so therapeutic. It teaches patience. It teaches softness. It also teaches observation. Sometimes people ask me, how do I create that dreamy watercolor effect? And truly, the answer is not a special brush or expensive paint. It's learning how to control water. Once you understand water control, watercolor becomes so much easier and more relaxing. So, if your mountains don't look perfect right now, that is completely okay. This is practice, this is exploration, this is your creative ritual. And the more landscapes you create, the more naturally your hand will begin understanding how much water, how much pigment, and when to stop. So keep layering softly, keep observing, and allowing the watercolor to flow naturally. After completing the 4 boxes, this is like a treat for myself or maybe for you that I am just going without any reference. And here I'm trying to observe what's in the sky, which I cannot show you right now because the camera is on my paper. I'm sitting in my balcony and just observing the sunset view and going very loose. Lots of water. As you can notice, the pigments on my palette is super dark. But when I'm touching the paper, they are creating the soft, very, very soft look. And that's how you start with your watercolor, little by little. I hope you enjoy creating these soft, misty mountains with me today. This is our third Soulful Saturday in the watercolor landscape series. If you haven't started or watched the previous 2 lessons yet, please go back and check them now. We created 2 easy, beginner-friendly landscapes, one using simple lines and one with soft colors layer. Next Saturday, I'll see you with another calming watercolor landscape. And before you go, please comment below and tell me what kind of landscape you would like me to create next for you. Thank you so much once again. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being part of my community. If you wish to connect with me and other like-minded people, you can join the school freemium members. Or if you would like to go a little deeper into the classrooms and enjoy the art therapy and different courses, you can join the paid membership on school. You can also connect with me on Instagram, Art Therapy with Sana. If you try this landscape, don't forget to hashtag or tag me. I would love to see. There is a Facebook group if you wish to join the group to share your work. Till next time, keep creating and take care of yourself.